was going to make a vlog about VidCon, but while I was there, I was like, I don't want a vlog. If you do want to see a proper VidCon vlog, then go watch any of my friends' vlogs on their channels. I'm in those. Yeah. So something else that happened at VidCon that was really awesome, I got to meet Captain Sparkles. Me and Jaden from Jaden Animations, we went to Captain Sparkles signing together, and there was a pretty decently sized line to meet him. And while we were there, the security guard saw our all-access passes. We had all-access passes because Jaden was a featured creator and got to talk on a panel. So the security guard was like, hey, do you just want to cut ahead? I can get you to cut ahead. And I said, no, because one, that's rude, and two, what would I even do? Like, was this security guard gonna push me past everyone else, holding me by my shoulders and telling Jordan, this 20-year-old boy really wanted to meet you and he has a better pass than everyone else, so he's better than all of these fake fans. So instead, me and Jaden waited like an hour backstage and we got to meet John and Hank Green, who finished signing before Jordan, and we said hi to them and they were super cool and nice. And then eventually...
Nice makeshift shirt. I know, I saw that in the video. And there was a delay. Delayed getting his shirt. He works for Maker.
It wasn't me.
Blending.
Yeah, you said like 7 business days. It took like...
It got there though.
I mean, I wore it yesterday.
This one, we don't even have this one. This is
yeah, now you gotta start printing those ones.
Alright, that's better. Are you filming right now, by the way?
Yeah, he wants to film
like
too.
The whole vlog that I'm doing. I'm making a vlog. Like this is the whole vlog.
Really? Wait, do you have a vlog channel or do you have a vlog on the
No, I'm just going to post this video. Just like
really?
Hey, VidCon 2K16.
Okay. Look at this. Will this be like the first vlog you've ever done?
Yeah. I mean, I've done like other IRL videos.
Now, can you like motion track and composite in some animated stuff into this?
3D.
So we're like,
make it like difficult.
Like, oh my goodness, can you motion track and do it here? And I'm like, yo, what's up, stick figure, dude? How's it going?
He's right here.
Oh man,
he's moving across the screen right now.
It's so good to see you. Yeah, you're so famous from all the videos
that I just made.
Yeah. Now you're like obligated to do this.
I have to.
Yep.
I just added in like double the effort for this.
Now it's not coming out till 3 months later.
It'll take 3 months.
Well, yeah. Thanks for watching my.
And your sunglasses, Jordan.
Oh yeah, I forgot that.
Oh, I didn't even see those.
Yes.
Sunglasses.
Oh, it finally happened. The moment.
He was a lot shorter than I imagined. You know, everyone I met was a lot shorter than I imagined. Maybe I'm just taller than I imagined. Also, I just want to tell one more story. So me and the squad went to Disneyland on Sunday, and on the last ride we went on, the Haunted Mansion, we saw a group of YouTubers in line, but sort of off in their own space. And I see Captain Sparkles in the group, and I just call out, "Hey, Jordan!" And then the security guard that was with them tried to get in between us, but then Jordan was like, "Oh no, man, it's cool, I know this guy." There's not really a twist to this story, I just thought it was pretty cool that Jordan told the security guard I was cool. So thanks for watching this vlog. I wouldn't call this a vlog. Be sure to check out these other real vlogs my friends did if you want to get the full VidCon 2016 experience and not just me fanboying over Captain Sparkles. We're not going to do an end card this time. Goodbye, and remember to wear your seatbelt. Me and my friend Jaden from Jaden Animations recently attended VidCon 2K16. And Jaden was lucky enough to be a featured creator and talk on a panel. She got the legendary full access pass, meaning she was allowed to go backstage, get free food, and stay in the Hilton Hotel where all the other featured creators were staying. And she was allowed to give said passes to other people of her choosing. So Jaden was nice enough to give me one. I became Jaden's +1. Well, okay, she also gave a pass to her mom and her mom's friend, so I guess I was her +3. This was my first VidCon that I attended, and I had such an awesome time meeting all my YouTube friends and also meeting all of you guys. Sorry if you couldn't make it, I would have loved to meet you. Life-changing is probably the best way I can think to describe the whole experience. So me and Jaden, and I guess Tony was there too, we get there the first day and we're just walking around the convention and we picked up these free wristband things, you know, like the wristbands that you could slap on your wrist and it would like bend around your hand. You know, those things. So we get those and we decided to walk back to Jaden's hotel to get my luggage. I'm still playing with the wristband thing and the little plastic covering ripped somehow. And like an idiot, I pull out the sheet of metal that was inside and I start playing with that. And apparently those metal sheets can be classified as weapons because I cut my hand open in like 3 different places. I didn't even notice at first. We walked into the hotel lobby, I looked at my hand and it's all bloody and I said to Jaden, my hand's bleeding. So I throw the band away. It's betrayed me. I think I need to get to a bathroom and wash this blood off. But since none of us knew where one was, and we're all too awkward to ask anyone, we decided, I'll just wash my bloody hands off in Jaden's hotel room. And there was so much blood, you guys. Jaden and Tony, wasn't there a lot of blood?
Oh, yeah. There was a lot of blood. Yeah. It was so much blood.
too much.
You wouldn't even believe so much blood. So much blood. Yeah.
So I clenched my hand into a fist so blood wouldn't seep out, and okay, so I'm not sure what the rules were exactly, but all the YouTubers checked into the hotel on the 4th floor, and none of the elevators in the lobby went to the 4th floor, so you had to take an escalator up there, and there's a security guard standing by the escalator, and you had to show him your badge, and after the 4th floor, you could get up to the higher levels. So Tony couldn't go up with us, he had to wait in the lobby. So me and Jaden took the escalator up to the 4th floor, and it's crazy, because you see all these popular YouTubers just standing there. What do you do when you've been watching someone's videos for years, and then all of a sudden you see them just bunched together, just walking around? I'll tell you what you do. You just say, hey man, because you're bleeding out of your hand right now, and you need to get to a bathroom immediately. So me and Jaden are in the hallway, and we're just like, hey Matt Pat, hey Julian Smith, hey Jax Films. I don't know if you read the title, but Jax Films is going to be important later on, so hang tight. We get to the elevators, we're waiting, and then one opens behind us, and then freaking Jax Films out of nowhere just walks up and just gets in like a normal person, and me and Jaden just stood there for a second like, well, do we get in? Is this Jack's own personal elevator? What do we do? I don't know what Jaden was thinking, but you know what she did? She just walked in. So I followed right behind her, and there we were, with Jax Films. The door closes, we're in a small space, he's a YouTube star, and keep in mind my hand's still bleeding. I immediately strike up a conversation. Hey Jack, I was in one of your videos. He goes, oh really, which one? In your tube news, you were scrolling through your Twitter notifications and I was in there for a couple frames. And then Jaden said that she was in one of his tweets. Jack made a tweet complaining about all the people named Jack that were going to VidCon, and Jaden's name was there at the bottom blurred out. So then Jack says something like, oh, that's cool, so what do you guys do? And I said, oh, I make YouTube videos, it's kinda stupid. Because I'm so used to telling other people I meet that I make stupid videos, but then he says, it's not stupid. And I think, oh, he's right! It's not stupid! I told you this trip was life-changing. And then we told him the names of our channels, and then the doors open, we weren't in there for that long. And he goes, oh, it was great to meet you guys. And then he shakes Jaden's hand, and that's when I remember, oh, that's right, I'm bleeding. So he shakes Jaden's hand, and then before he even gets a chance to shake mine, I just walk out and I don't look back. He probably thought I was really weird. But the story doesn't end there, nope. So I think, man, this would be a great video. I'm gonna make this whole experience a video, right? So later, after I was properly bandaged, me and Jaden go to this secret backstage food place where all the YouTubers go and eat because they can't eat in public. People aren't supposed to know we eat food. And we see Jax Films, and we also see Markiplier and Boogie. I'm sorry for stalking you guys. And I have to tell him that I'm making a video about this. So me and Jaden get our food. Jack is finishing up the conversation that he's having with the only other person at his table. As soon as that guy leaves, we go up to him and I go, hey Jack, I'm gonna make a video about us in the elevator. Why? Because I was bleeding out of my hand the whole time. And then he laughed. I got him to laugh. So then I said, so yeah, just be on the lookout for that. That's all I wanted to say goodbye. So that was me meeting Jax Films for the first time. I just realized I never mentioned who Jax Films was. I just assumed all my viewers knew him and his videos. I also just realized that I have no proof that this actually happened except for mine and Jaden's word. And also Jax's word if you're watching. Have any of you guys ever bled in front of a YouTuber that you looked up to in an elevator? Tell me below in the comments. VidCon was super awesome. Like seriously, meeting all my fans and having so many people excited to see me and my friends was so surreal. Thank you. Also, you may not have known, but we were handing out tote bags at VidCon, and we had some left over, and now we're selling them. So that's right, you can get your own Animation Squad tote bag, and they're for sale on Alex's website at itsalexclark.bigcartel.com. Definitely putting a link in the description, and supplies are very limited, so get them while they're hot. And also, in 1492, Christopher Columbus, along with his 3 ships, the Niña, the Piñata, and the Saint Maria, sailed the big ocean blue and discovered America. But I mean, there were already people here, and he still called them Indians because he thought, oh, okay, this must be India. People didn't ridicule him because he thought the world was flat. No, they ridiculed him because Chris thought the distance from Asia to Portugal was only 2,400 miles, when in actuality, it was 10,000 miles away, not to mention there was a huge freaking continent between them. It just makes you want to say, boy, were they wrong! And that's the theme of this video. We've come a long way in modern medicine. We have vaccines, and x-rays, and MRI scanners, and we learned to wash our hands before operations because we didn't used to do that before. Boy, were they wrong! Yes, I am going to say that every time. So obviously, with new discoveries in medicine, we'll realize that some of the things we used to do were
wrong. No, don't put your baby on its back. It could throw up and choke itself. No, don't put it on its stomach. It can get SIDS. No, put it on its head. And it also comes as no surprise that some of the things that we used to think were helpful were actually killing us. One such thing is mercury. You see, we didn't even realize that this stuff might be bad for us until 1926. Before that, we used mercury in everything. Okay, that's an exaggeration. We've been mining mercury since the Roman times and used mercury in paint and hats and thermometers. And back in ye old days, people who made hats with mercury had a higher chance of getting dementia. And that's where the term mad as a hatter came from, because they were mad with dementia. And also, just a PSA, we put mercury in the swirly light bulb, so if you break one, well, it's time to die. And in ancient history, some healers promised that by consuming deadly brews containing mercury, their patients would gain eternal life and the ability to walk on water. No. One of the most famous cases was a Chinese emperor called Qin Shi Huang, who died after ingesting a mercury pill that was supposed to make him immortal. Boy, were they wrong! Also, speaking of ingesting poisonous food, Europeans thought that the tomato was poisonous. What? So apparently, rich Europeans ate their tomatoes on pewter plates, which, guess what, had lead in them. And because tomatoes are acidic, whenever people ate tomatoes off the plates, the fruit, because they're a fruit, remember, would leach lead from the plate and become poisoned, and then people would eat it and die. And everyone blamed the tomato, but the real killer was right under them the whole time. And apparently there's a story about George Washington where one of his cooks tried to assassinate him by putting a tomato in his soup. But that didn't work because they're harmless. And also Snoop said the whole story was false. So, boy, were they wrong! Here's something else. In medieval times, back before we really knew about diseases and immune systems, if someone was sick, doctors would just be like, ugh, you just got bad blood, man. So what the doctors would do to remedy this would be to slit your wrists and let them bleed all of their blood out. This was called bloodletting. And also something cool is that it wasn't surgeons doing these procedures, it was barbers. But surgeon barbers, not the ones who cut hair. And they were called that because they carried big scissors around and cut people's wrists. And also, according to Wikipedia, that's the reason barbershops have red and white poles in front of them, because the red symbolizes blood and the white bandages. Or I could be totally wrong, I'm not doing any more research into it. But back to bloodletting, no, it's incredibly stupid. In fact, our blood has white blood cells in it, which kill viruses, so boy were they wrong! Okay, what else we got? So do you remember in 10th grade chemistry when you had to remember all those elements on the periodic table? And remember how you failed that test and thought, man, if only the periodic table was shorter and had like 4 elements, and those elements were earth, water, fire, and air. Well, if you lived in the BC to early 16th century, you wouldn't have had to take that online chem class because you'd have been right! And apparently Aristotle said that there was a 5th element, aether, which, according to the second Thor movie, is one of the 6 Infinity Stones. And people believed this until this freaking nerd was like, actually there's a bajillion elements, and now everyone has to memorize them. You know, I wonder what those BuzzFeed articles that are like 9 things you thought were true but aren't would have been like in medieval times.